Hello and welcome. Today we're making the chaplet of the infant Jesus. So just in case you're not familiar with this chaplet, I'm just going to briefly explain how you pray it. So it starts with 3 Our Fathers, and these are in honor of the Holy Family, St. Mary, St. Joseph, and Jesus. And then there are 12 Hail Marys, and these are for the 12 years of the childhood of Jesus. And then it concludes with a Glory Be. There are some additional prayers that go with it, and I will include those in the information for the video. It's really a beautiful prayer. What you will need to make it is a medal. What I'm using here is the Infant of Prague. Has the infant Jesus on one side and the Sacred Heart on the other. You'll also need between 4 and 5 feet of cord. What I'm using in this video is 5 feet of cord, but I'm showing you here the amount of excess I have left after using 5 feet. This is 7 inches. You really have more than a foot left if you do the spacing similar to the way I've done it, but it helps to have some excess for tying your knots. So just to give you an idea of what that ends up looking like. You will also need a candle or a lighter in order to burn off your cord so that it doesn't fray. So getting started, if you've made a full rosary with cord, this will look very familiar to you. You're going to start with the Hail Mary. So your first Hail Mary. You'll leave a little bit of excess cord for tying your Our Father after your Hail Marys. So you'll have one end down with the excess and the other end will be pointed up with your finger, the tip of your finger. And then you're going to wrap down 3 times to make your Hail Mary. It's a 3 wrap knot. You'll pull through the end, the long end that's at the tip of your finger, and tighten down to make your knot. You want to make sure that's nice and tight so it doesn't come undone. So that'll be your first knot, and then I'm just going to skip ahead to having 12 Hail Marys, so we'll move forward. So you're going to continue tying your Hail Marys until you have 12 of them. Okay? So then you're going to line them up. Make sure you have a little bit of extra space, and you're going to tie an Our Father bead. So you have the little end pointed up. You also have the long end pointed up. Your tip of your finger with the tip of the cords, the ends of the cords. You wrap down 4 times because the Our Fathers are 4 wrap knots. And then you pull through your long end, and you want to just kind of hold it in place as you tighten it down, and you'll leave some extra space between the Our Father and the Hail Marys. Make sure that's nice and tight. Then you will tie your middle Our Father. So you have that long end pointed up. You wrap down 4 times again. Tighten that. Leave a little space in between the beads. And then you're going to attach your medal. So you'll string your medal on. You'll bring it up pretty close to where the beads are. You'll leave a little bit of extra room. A little bit of extra room there. Take your end and you're going to point it upward. You have this long end also up, so you have that end up, you have your end up like this. And then that long end you're going to wrap down 4 times, just like you've done before. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see where the excess cord comes in handy at this time. And then you'll pull that end that's at the tip of your finger through and tighten down your knot. And this one is the trickiest knot in this whole thing to get your spacing and everything right. It's just it's the hardest one, but once you have it, then you're done. So you tighten that down. You're going to try and have a good, the same amount of space between your 2 Our Fathers. You might have some excess over by your medal, and that's okay if you just have a larger loop there. That's a good place to hide your excess. Okay, so once you have that tightened down, then all you need to do is burn off the ends of your cord. And this, be careful, of course, when you're doing this. The cord, when it's melted, is very hot for a little while. So You have that end burned off, and then you'll burn off your other end. Okay, it's a little melty. So then it is complete. So this is a beautiful chaplet, especially around Christmas time, to pray as you're thinking about the infant Jesus. So may God bless you as you make your chaplet and as you pray it.